Good evening, Doctor. How are you doing?
I'm sorry. I thought I was speaking. You could hear me. I'm doing great. Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting me.
Anytime. I'm glad to have you here. And we will just be starting shortly. So I'm just waiting for others to join and then we'll begin.
No problem. May I suggest something? It is so I know what to concentrate upon above in or on to concentrate on in my lecture because I don't know how many hours we have. Um, uh,
Yes.
so
It's going to be till 8 p.m. So you can work according to that. That's perfectly fine.
8 p.m. And what time is it now in Georgia?
It's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m.
Oh, okay. So 3 hours. Okay, great. This is a lot of time.
Yes.
Good. Okay. May I ask so to know my audience a little bit? So, if they are students still in Georgia or not in Georgia, and if they started learning German, maybe each one can write a little bit about him or
Yeah,
her.
sure, guys. That would be great if you guys could introduce yourself in the chat box so the
Right.
doctor can know a bit about you.
Right. So maybe I assume there are like many from India, Pakistan. So I see here an Arabic name. So and the thing is, if you can. for my colleagues in the if after the permission of course of the admins of this session, what should I talk about? That would be nice to know for me. What should I concentrate a lot about in this lecture?
Hi, Professor. My name is Niyati, and I also hail from India. Currently, I'm an 8th semester student. I'm a part of SSSG's team as well. I'm the executive coordinator, and I am very excited to listen to your lecture today on Pathway to Germany.
Thank you very much, and I'm happy that you are here too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, I'll be starting. It's like about connections, and this is something that I want to let you know about. Route of residence in Germany, connections are very important. So if you know people in Germany, this will help you a lot in will ease a lot your life, or maybe you will get a job before even reaching Germany. So try to make connections. This is very important.
Should we write something in the chat, or can we also like say something?
Probably in the chat is better, so that we can all read that.
Okay.
All right, guys, I think we'll start beginning today's webinar. So, good evening, everyone. It is with great pleasure and delight that I welcome you all to our today's webinar on Steps to Germany. Today, we gather to illuminate the pathway for aspiring surgeons and doctors seeking to advance their careers in one of the world's leading healthcare systems. Germany stands as a beacon of excellence in medical education, research, and patient care, offering exceptional opportunities for specialization and professional growth. For those aspiring to pursue further medical training or embark on a residency program in Germany, this webinar serves as a guiding light, providing insights of utmost importance and practical advice to navigate the intricate steps ahead. Before we delve into our key topic for today, I would like to enlighten all the participants about the workforce and mind behind our esteemed organization, the Student Surgical Society. To begin with, we have our chairman, Professor Dr. Guia Tomatse, and we have our visionary founder, Peter Samuel. Joining them in their pursuit is our esteemed president, Nashwa Shamsuddin, Vice President Nitya Vinod, and Executive Coordinator Niyati Vaidya. The aim of our Student Surgical Society is to provide educational opportunities, socializing events, and mentorship for students interested in pursuing careers in surgery and to facilitate skill development. Organize workshops such as the Basic and Advanced Skills Workshop, conferences, and promote research in the field of surgery among students. Besides that, SSSG has also organized several events such as Surgicon 2023, Scalpel 2022, and webinars such as the Pathway to United Arab Emirates, United States of America, and the United Kingdom. With that being said, I'm pleased to announce that this is our fourth webinar about diverse routes to various countries. With Germany not being as much explored, we thought that shedding a light on its intricate pathway would provide a way for those interested in working in a European country. Throughout our session, we will delve into the essential requirements from visa procedures and language expertise exams to residency, application processes, and cultural amalgamation. Furthermore, we will have a look through the unique facets of Germany's healthcare landscape, including its state-of-the-art facilities, renowned mentors, and diverse patient populations, and overall an interactive discussion until the end of the webinar with our honorable guest speaker for the day. This webinar is designed to be informative and engaging for all the participants present here. So I encourage you to embrace this opportunity fully to absorb the knowledge shared today and to envision the transformative impact you can make as a medical professional in Germany. Please feel free to approach for any questions by raising your hands or typing them into the chat box throughout the whole webinar. Your inquiries are valuable, and we are here to provide clarity and guidance on all aspects of the steps to Germany. However, to ensure that we maximize our time together today and address a broad spectrum of topics, I kindly ask that we refrain from repetitive questions that we have already been covered. This approach will allow us to delve deeper into various aspects of the process, providing a comprehensive understanding for all the participants. Please keep in mind that by the end of this webinar, we will be sharing feedback forms, so you need to fill them in order to receive your certificate. Before we commence, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. Jamil Hijazi, who has graduated from Jordan, a renowned specialist in neurology in Germany, and is the founder of Fakat Yet CT, which is one of the largest online interactive community for doctors in Germany, and brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to our virtual stage today. With a distinguished career marked by dedication to patient care and academic excellence, Dr. Jamil Hijazi exemplifies the epitome of medical professionalism. Without further delay, I invite Dr. Jamil to share their expertise and to take over.
Thank you, colleague Maria. That was a very nice introduction. Thank you very much. And very nice British accent, I must say. I do not have a very nice accent like the colleague, but I hope that you will understand me. Please, if you do not understand anything, write a comment and I will try to correct what I said or to shed more light about it. I hope, share my screen. Okay. So great. So you can see it, I think, because
Yes.
I'm logged in from another device. So firstly, thank you very much for hosting me, and I thank a lot the colleague Kumar. I hope I'm saying the name correctly, for contacting me and for organizing all of this. I had some Georgian colleagues, Indian colleagues. It seems that most of the doctors in this session are from India. So I had good experience with many nationalities, particularly India, Georgia. So I'm happy to be here today with you and getting to know new colleagues in medicine. So I hope I can start. I don't know a lot. What are you expecting to hear from me? But I think maybe the most important thing in such a lecture is for people who do not know a lot about specialization in a certain country is to know the advantages and disadvantages. And of course, the steps to do the medical residency there. So I'll be trying to shed some light on that. Because of my fear of copyright issues, I had to remove a lot of photos. So I hope that the remaining photos will not make you bored. One photo is more than 1,000 words. I posted some photos from my life in Germany, so you can get an idea how is it to be a doctor in Germany. No copyrights issue, I think, because I am the one who created the photos or used artificial intelligence to create them. After this lecture, some people might be interested to come to Germany to do their medical residency. Others might say, no, I'm not coming. But my advice is do read a lot about the topic before deciding. Germany, USA, Great Britain, read a lot before starting to learn the language, learn for the USMLE steps, because what might be an advantage for me might be a disadvantage for you, okay? So through this lecture, I hope that you will understand more the route of residency in Germany. As I finished medical school and during my medical school in Jordan, I did not think a lot more than 5 or 10 years in front of me. So I thought, yeah, USMLE, I did not know about Germany at the beginning. So USMLE, I need to finish residency, which specialty? And that was it. So 67, does anyone know what 67, why I use this number? But that's the problem is it's not chatting. Maybe it might not be a quick way to get answers. Unfortunately, we are not live and seeing each other like in a real lecture. 67 is the age in which people retire in Germany. Okay, so if you start the planning for the future, do not think only about the next 5 years. I want to be a neurosurgeon. I want to be an internal medicine specialist. Think about 67. Someone here wrote he is in Dubai, for example. Such a person, I think, such a colleague, she might be interested to go to Dubai after finishing her medical residency in Germany, USA, etc. So one question she can ask herself, where is the medical residency recognized in Dubai, for example? Or some other people, maybe this is me, probably you thought about that using another artificial intelligence app. So ask yourself, what do you want to do with 67? Do you want to be like me, still traveling in Spain? Do you want to still be working in 67, attending conferences, doing research? Do you want to be hiking with 67 years, traveling to Athens, doing a new sport and riding a bike in Germany or in Dubai? What is your goal? Do not think only about the coming 5 years. Think about 67. What would I do after I get into retirement? Do you want family, your own house in India or in Georgia? What is your goal? Because this will also help you in deciding in which country you should do your medical residency. As I came to Germany, I was very motivated. I have done a lot of research in Jordan. I have an H index of 6. So it's not a small number. So this shows you that I wanted to do research in Jordan. But as I came to Germany, I attended a workshop of the German Society for Psychiatry, Psychotherapy, and Psychosomatics. And the German professor who was there, he asked each of us, so like what I did today with you, he asked us, why are you here? What do you want to know about? So I said, as it was my turn, I said, I want to be rich and professor. He laughed a lot with other professors who are there, and they said me simply, either professor or rich. I thought at the beginning they are exaggerating. A professor probably he gets a lot of money. But over the years, I learned that to be a professor, this is a long way. You need like 20, 30 years or 10, 15 years of doing research. And at the end, many people say it is not the way to be rich, to be a professor. For example, people who like in Dubai, like a neurosurgeon gets like 20 to 25,000 US dollar as a salary per month. So it's better to learn surgeries than to do research if your goal is Dubai. Okay, so decide what is your goal in life in your medical residency, and of course after medical residency. Maybe a question, if someone knows the answer, he can write it. So what do you think, what is the important question before you decide where to do your medical residency? Before you decide, I will come to Germany, USA, Australia, what is the most important question that you need to find an answer for it before deciding or looking further into the topic? Before asking, how can I do my medical residency in Germany? What is a question that you should ask before that? Quality of life. Okay, what is more important than quality of life? It is important. Quality of life. What do I do after? It is important, but there is something more important. Is it worth it? Okay, it is a good question. But what is more important? Citizenship. Okay, but it is important. Everything that you are mentioning is important. Money is important. Food. Okay, but there is something that is more important. When I tell it to you, you will know that it is more important. Citizenship, money, food, satisfaction. Okay, it is good, but there is something that is still more important. What is important than that above all of this, what you mentioned? Probably no one will now know the answer. It is the recognition of your medical studies. If a certain country tells you we cannot recognize your medical degree from Georgia, would you go to it? Even if the salary is like 125,000, like in Dubai, you get a citizenship. But at the end, they are telling you we are not accepting your medical degree. You are not allowed to work as a medical doctor here. So why further research the topic? Okay. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about Switzerland, and this point is important. Okay. This is a few comparison between like Germany, Switzerland, because I will be quickly mentioning medical residency in Germany, in Switzerland and Austria. Germany has currently 421,000 working doctors, or these were the statistics in 2022. Switzerland is a small country. It's like 8.7 million. So they have less doctors. 40,000. Okay, in both of these countries, missing doctors, like 16,000 doctors are missing in Germany. They need doctors. In my home countries, in Jordan, for example, more doctors are studying medicine and graduating than the available vacancies. So there is unemployment of doctors in Jordan. When I say this in Germany, many people do not believe me. Really, a doctor cannot find a job? I don't know, maybe in India you can write that. Is there unemployment among doctors? Switzerland, the same thing. They are seeking doctors. People coming from India, Jordan, Georgia, many countries, they think, it's a good thing or a great thing to be studying medicine. But for people from first world countries or people from rich countries generally, they do not look at the situation from the same thing. They do not want to learn a lot. They do not want to be a neurosurgeon. You need to invest like 10, 15 years of your life to be a neurosurgeon in Dubai. Okay, it is correct. You get like 20,000 or 25,000 euros or US dollars, but you are working like 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. You are like lifelong working. There are like surgeries, and you are afraid that you are committing a mistake. You need to give your WhatsApp number to patients. So this is the reason why there is always be need for doctors in Germany or in Switzerland. There are official statistics of doctors in Germany. Jordanians are like 1,068. Indians, I thought that there will be like a lot of Indians in this room. The second largest country in the world. There are like 1,060 doctors. Jordan has like a population of 10 10.4 million. Indian has a population of 1.3 billions. So it's like 130 times more the population of Jordan. Nonetheless, only 1,000 Indian doctors are there in Germany. It's a few number. Georgian doctors, 598 doctors. And I'll be coming later on to the point why there are like a few, maybe Egyptian doctors. Egypt has like 105 million. Nonetheless, only 524 doctors. India, only 1,060. So before thinking about the steps and asking yourself, what are the steps to do a medical residency in Germany? Please think about the advantages and disadvantages. I said before that it is like if you studied in Georgia, are your medical degree in recognized in Germany? In most cases, yes. I'll be talking about it a little bit at the end, but it is not a problem if you did your medical residency in Georgia. So the first most important question is, yes, you can do it. So before asking yourself what are the steps, and I will not be starting now with the steps, because some of the things that I might mention right now, some people might hear it and think, no, I'm not coming to Germany. I don't want it. So why should he learn about the steps to do medical residency in Germany? Again, advantages, disadvantages are relative. This was a medical a museum that I visited in Switzerland. Do you think this is beautiful? These paintings. Does anyone think this is beautiful? Probably not many people, because I had this lecture a lot of times, and in many lectures, no one said that it is beautiful. But someone, for one reason, this museum is like in a very expensive area, very expensive building, costing millions of euros, dollars. Nonetheless, someone thought this is beautiful art. And the same thing, to do specialty in Germany, you might think it is great, and your colleague might be thinking, are you crazy? Why are you going there? So it's relative. Before, again, disadvantages, advantages depend on your alternatives. Like some people, like in my home country, many doctors do not find a residency position. So for him, for example, it is easier to say I'm traveling outside of my home country to do the residency. In some countries in this world, unfortunately, believe it or not, the salary of a doctor in one country, it's not important to mention which one, is like 10 to 15 euros or 10 to 15 US dollars per month. And one like shawarma costs in this country about 3 euros. This is a catastrophe. So what are your alternatives? Someone who's like in Dubai and he gets like a salary of like 5,000 US dollars as a GP. He says, oh, why should I learn? Why should I learn German? Why should I go to the USA? I'll simply... my father has good connections in Dubai. I do not want a residency. So your connections or your alternatives decide where are you going to go. To explain the road for Switzerland and Austria, it is easy. To know that, to understand that, you need to know that there are like 27 European Union countries, and IFTA countries. These countries are called IFTA countries. If you have the nationality of these countries, you or your wife or husband, then Switzerland says, and you studied in the European Union, the Switzerland says that you are very welcome to come and work in our country. You need only to learn German. It is that easy. If you do not have a nationality of one of these countries, this is a very hard pathway. And but there is a good news. If you got your degree recognized in Germany and you got the German passport, which is now possible like in 3 to 4 years, then you can go immediately after that to Switzerland. Not all specialties, but it is then possible with no exams. Road to Austria, it is easy. That they have their own exams. It's not an easy way. Exams are harder than in Germany, and you need to work like a GP like in the UK. It is not an easy road to go directly there. So many people say, if you want to go to Austria, but regarding salaries, regarding how respected the board in Austria is, it is not much different to that in Germany. So I do not know any doctors who after getting an approbation in Germany or a medical license, they continue to go to Austria. The doctors I know, and it is financially worth it to go to Switzerland, because the salaries doors there are at least like 2 to 4 times in comparison to Germany. And I will be showing you a slide about that. Germany and USA. In my home country, or in India probably too, Pakistan, many countries in the world, the question is USA or not USA. So I have a very detailed article about it. By the way, many of my slides have links, so I will be, of course, seeing the most important things. But if you click on the links in my lecture, you will get to the detailed article about that. It is in facharzt.de, okay? Or simply go to the website facharzt.de, search for Germany or search for USA, USA, and you will find this article. So Germany, I said I wrote here the differences. We will come to them in detail. The article explains them too. This I'm not now explaining the steps, but USMLE, if you know about that, you need to learn the steps, and they are not easy. You need to study again biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, and this is not an easy way, and the mark you get will decide your life. You need to do research. In Germany, it is so. Georgia, unfortunately, it is not a European Union country. Otherwise, I would tell all of you, it is an easy decision. Come to Germany. If you are going to come to Germany, the German authorities will test or will study your medical degree, your experience, and then if they judge it to be equal to a German one, then you only need to do a medical language exam, and this is not a hard one. But unfortunately for Georgia, India, Pakistan, and this is the reason mainly why there are not a lot of Indian doctors in Germany, plus many Indian doctors do not know that it is possible to do residency in Germany. Then you need to do a knowledge exam. Okay, I'll have slides about that, and it is relatively not an easy exam. So, but generally, if you ask about my opinion, the route for residency in Germany, the exams, how hard the exams are easier than in the USA. The steps to do medical residency in Germany, there is a completely very detailed article about it in my website. Or if you simply go to Google medical residency in Germany, my website is the first website that you find. Medical residency in Germany, simply search in Google, you will find this article or the 10 steps. Exams, as I said, it is easier than in USA, Canada, Australia. If you want to know yourself how hard the exams are, you can go to this article about this medical knowledge exam, which is the hardest exam, and you will see real exam questions of this exam in Germany. This exam is a clinical one, so you do not need to know chromosomes or how physiology is working. It's a clinical exam. Like, for example, you are now in the emergency department and you have someone with chest pain. Please, what questions are you going to ask? What are labor examination? Which kind of troponin would you ask for? The patient is now like he must be reanimated or to CPR. How do you do that? It is a clinical exam, and in my opinion, and in many German states, it's not a hard one, and it is a clinical exam. So if you are learning for this exam, unlike the USMLE, you are in USMLE, you are learning things that basics knowledge, or antibiotics. Like, tell me like the 5 major side effects of this antibiotic or something like this. As I started working in Germany, I discovered how much information that we learned in medical school, and we do not use it. It is really, to be a surgeon, for example, why do you need to know about the pediatrics and very seldom the syndromes? This is a thing that I like about German. Germans are practical. You need to learn how to do your work, to do an operation, and not like basic sciences and like ethics and such things. They are important. I'm not against that, but you do not need to memorize thousands of pages to be a great surgeon or to be a great internal medicine specialist. The medical languages exam is like an OSCE exam. You simply need to do that in German, take a history, take exam, do physical. Mostly you do not need to do a physical examination. Write the history you take, discuss the history. It's an for me, it is an easy exam. Importantly, is that you speak good German. This is the goal in this exam, to speak good German. And it is like the USMLE, the step 2 CS, clinical skills. I do not know. I don't think that it is anymore there, the exam. But like in the USMLE step 2 CS exam, they are not testing your knowledge of gram-negative and gram-positive bacteria. They are testing your knowledge of language, communication, and documentation. So it is very important. The Germans concentrate a lot about that. And this is a thing I wish people told me as I was a medical student. We thought about marks, about learning, and we did not learn a lot about how to deal with people, how to be empathic, how to listen, how to deal with a hard patient, how to tell a patient or a young man that his father has died, or how to tell someone that he has a cancer. These are important things. My experience, what I found out, many doctors do not learn that in medical school. Instead, we are learning like bacteria, gram-positive, gram-negative, muscles, nerves, and the most important things. And this is what you learn that in Germany, to be a human doctors, to talk with patients, to be nice. Knowledge is not important. This is like number 4 or 5. Most importantly, be a good human being. And this is what is all medicine about. It's not about memorizing thousands of texts and getting high marks. It's about dealing with mention and trying to heal them psychologically before physically. Learning German. So if you want to come to Germany, many are afraid of this thing. German is a hard language, and there are like many videos that try to prove this cliche that Germany is somehow a hard language. I speak my mother language. I believe it is a lot more harder than German or Chinese. Do you know how many letters are there in the Chinese language? Does anyone speak Chinese here? China has like 1.4 billion, but not many people speak the language other than Chinese. The Chinese language does not have letters; they have symbols. Imagine that you need to have a language that only have symbols. And I always tell the people, German is like a hard version of English. If you tried, there's an article in my website. I will be putting a link to it. The summary: learning German is not hard as some people want you to think it is. So Helen speaks Chinese. Okay, thank you, Helen. Do you think it is hard to learn Chinese? Maybe you can write in the chat. German boarding exams. So one advantage of Germany, maybe some people will think it is a disadvantage. The German board exams are only an oral exam. It's like 10 to 20 minutes in some cases. Really, can you imagine that? You spend like a residency of 5 years in urology, and your board exam is only 20 minutes. And it's only an oral exam, no MCQs, no hard exams, no hard questions. You do not need to learn a lot. It is a practical exam. Tell us what you do, how you deal with patients. You do not get hard questions in most cases. So this is an advantage. If you come to Germany, the hardest exam that you will have to do is the knowledge exam at the beginning. And after that, the German board exams are not hard. You can yourself see how hard the German board exam. There's like a certain website that collects the exam questions, and you can see them there. In the USMLE, for example, it is prohibited, and this is like a law case will be filed about you, or will be you will be fined or go to maybe to prison if you publish the questions you get in the USMLE. In Germany, it is not punishable, and many doctors write their exam questions, and you can decide yourself how hard is it. For example, if you want to be a general surgeon, go to this article, go to the website I am explaining in the article, and search for the questions about surgery and see yourself how hard the exam is. One most very good advantage of Germany, maybe this is most important advantage for you surgeons. I assume that many people of you want to specialize in surgery. The most important advantage is in Germany. What do you think? What is the most important advantage for people wanting to come to Germany? Think about it. Write an answer if you know that. the most important advantage of doing your medical residency in Germany. This is the oldest university in Jordan. The best students in Jordan get to this university. As an example, Jordan has like 10 million people. This university is the best one. The best medical students are there. Most of them, if they want to go abroad, most of them go to the USA. These are the results of the match 2024. So it shows how many of them got accepted. And in the USA, there is a total of 58 doctors accepted. How many of them do you think they were accepted in surgery, neurosurgery? Around like 10% got accepted, like in general surgery, categorical surgery. One got accepted in gynecology. No one got accepted in neurosurgery. No one got accepted in ophthalmology. No one, any surgical minors. No one. So quality of education in Germany, right? So in Germany, Helmi said that you have a great chance to get the specialty you want. The question is, can I immediately get neurosurgery? My answer is, and you can read that in the article Improving Your CV, or there is an article in Facharzt Jetzt, our website, how easy or how hard to get a medical specialty. It is not impossible. So you simply start in general surgery, and after 2 or 3 years, you can change to neurosurgery, or after 2 or 3 years, you can change to dermatology. It is not hard. USA is almost impossible. Canada, I don't know. Do you know anyone who got a position in neurosurgery in Canada, in America, in Australia? How easy is it to get it? I know tens of Jordanian doctors who will do orthopedics, neurosurgery. It is not hard. Radiology, interventional radiology. So if your goal is to get such a coveted specialty, a popular specialty, certainly think about Germany. I will quickly read the quality of education is important, but what I mean, if someone wants to be a neurosurgeon, your chances are almost zero in many countries in this world. In Germany, it is higher. US citizens, okay, if you are a US citizen, you can try for the USA. Better chance for any specialty you want. Right, this is what I meant. So salaries, the topic about salaries is an important thing. In shortly, what is the salary of doctors in Germany? If you are a resident doctor, you get a net salary of 3,000 euros for working 40 hours a week. You have 30 holidays per year. If you are married, you get extra money. You have lower taxes. And if your wife, spouse is not working, 3,500 for each child you get like 2,500 euros extra. So someone who's not is working, his wife is not working, they have 2 children, without doing any extra shifts, he gets like 4,000 plus salary. There are like other way to get money as a resident in Germany. It is explained in this article in Facharzt Jetzt. On the resident level, Germany, you get, I think, more money than in the USA. In the USA, in some specialties, they work like 60 to 80 hours a week, and it is not paid. If someone knows another information, please correct me. In Germany, every extra work you do is, in almost all cases, paid. So if you work like 80 hours a week, you will end up with a salary of at least like 6,000 euros if you are married. But it's not allowed to work that much in Germany. Like the colleague Maria said, so I'm happy to answer the questions. Income, if you are, there is 2 articles about that. So your hospital is different than your income is in a clinic. So if you are working in a clinic, so there is an article in my website, clinics, and it shows exactly how much doctors do earn. If people in doctors in clinics in Germany, most the specialty who earns a lot is radiology, around $300,000 euros. Without taxes, after taxes, you will get, of course, depending on you're married or not married. It is explained in the article that I mentioned before that about the salaries. So I came to Germany, I wanted to be a psychiatrist, but one of the reasons I changed is psychiatrist is here, bottom of the list. They earn not a lot of money. So I found it unfair if you are like psychiatrist hearing the problems of people, maybe being attacked during working, and at the end, someone who's doing radiology is earning more money than you. So people who are not sure what to do, a medical specialty, which one, if your heart is still did not love a certain specialty, try to read this article about the income, because it might help you. Okay, there is Tazeen wrote a very important information. Thank you very much. We'll come to that at the end. Please remind me about that, Tazeen. Thank you very much. Germany needs a lot of doctors. Right, before continuing, this is the income of doctors working in clinics in Switzerland. Neurosurgery, they earn like 800,000 per year, 800,000 on average. This means that some neurosurgeons earn more. Gastroenterology, like around 600,000 francs. 1 franc is more than euro, or more than dollar, of course. So income, think about it. Research the topic before choosing a medical specialty. We will talk about the internship too at the end. Germany needs a lot of doctors. This graph shows the number of foreign doctors in Germany. As you can see, it is growing around through the years. In 2022, there were like 60,000 foreign doctors in Germany, in some hospitals without Übertreibung. In some hospitals, there are like 70-80% of the doctors, or of the residents at least, are foreign doctors. So foreign doctors are a lot in Germany, and they are getting more. This article explains why there is a deficiency of doctors in Germany, and why is it remaining, and why Germany still needs thousands of doctors. Simply said, Germany does not, there are not enough doctors graduating from German universities. German doctors, doctors in general, they are concentrating a lot about work-life balance. Doctors are not allowed to work like more than 50 hours a week. It's a bit complicated, but certainly it is not like in some many countries in this world. So they need more doctors, because doctors generally work less hours. They are like working not in full. So Germany needs a lot of doctors. Work-life balance before choosing your dream medical specialty. Think about work-life balance. I did not think about it as a medical student. Some doctors, like neurosurgeons, surgeons, I have respect for that, because lifelong, or in most cases, they need to do emergency operations in the night. So do you want to be still doing operations with the age of 50? Maybe with 50, you will get an essential tremor or Parkinson. I hope no one will get that. So think about these things before deciding which specialty. Multiculturalism. In Germany, as I said, there are thousands of foreign doctors, at least 60,000 foreign doctors. These are selfies that I took in a hospital that I worked in. As you see, many nationalities. In this hospital, the hospital was a medium-sized one. We had like 400 beds, patients' beds. And at least there were like 40 nationalities in this hospital. In big hospitals, university hospitals, you will have like 120 nationalities of doctors and workers in that hospital. So if you like to always get to know new cultures, like me, take selfies with doctors of different nationalities, and do the same selfie in a few years, come to Germany. Not come to Dubai, Habibi, come to Germany, Habibi. There's like certain videos on Instagram with this sentence: "Come to Dubai, Habibi." Darling, translated to English. This is a colleague of mine. He has like now a praxis. So think about it. You can say, I do not want to do night shifts. Lifelong work-life balance. There is an article about it in Fach Arsiet. So change to a praxis. It is a good life. You earn in many specialties at least a net salary of 9,000 euros per month. So it's a good thing. Advantage to come to Germany. You get a German passport in a few years. A German passport is, according to this website, CNBC, #1 in the world. You can get to 194 countries without a visa. You can travel to USA, Canada, Australia, Dubai, everywhere. This is a new German citizenship here. It is now easier to get a German nationality. So many questions now are about internship here. Conditions. We'll speak about that. Firstly, I will explain why is it good or bad to come to Germany, and the people who think Germany is something for me, we will dive more into the steps and conditions or requirements. Visa, to get visa, it will be easier in Germany. Cost of medical specialization in Germany, how much does it cost? It is certainly, or depends if your medical degree get recognized or not. If it got recognized, it is much cheaper than the USA. You do not need to do a research here. There's an article about that in details. To learn a new language, some people might think it is a bad thing. I'm a neurologist, so I wrote to you things to do to avoid dementia: sport, healthy food, socializing, connections, blood pressure, diabetes, to avoid them or to control them, avoiding repetitive head injuries. What else could save from dementia? Learning a new language. It is an interesting thing to learn a new language. If you never, particularly as an adult, it would not be an easy task the older you are, but I found it an interesting thing. Germany, why Germany? Made in Germany, quality. It is a respectful training. Contact theory, people traveling. This is a thing I like. European Union. I hope it will. A day will come where every countries of the world, people will be able to travel without a visa. Something like the European Union. Contact theory. You can read about it if you are interested about this theory. Disadvantages. We'll speak now about the disadvantages of Germany. Like the moon. The moon, by the way, always has a dark side. So ChatGPT at least confirmed this information to me. What is not good about Germany? The question started coming. Road is sometimes not always clear. The thing is with internship here, if you are from India, sometimes they will give you hardships with that. Someone writes now your medical degree will not be recognized. So road is not always clear. But if you said, I want to come to Germany and do this medical knowledge exam, then it is relatively a straight road. Here, trying to avoid the medical knowledge exam to get your study recognized, Gleichwertigkeit, equal, that your study is equal. If you go through this road, this is a lot of stress. You need to wait sometimes months, sometimes 2 years. And at the end, they will tell you, no, you need to do this medical knowledge exam. So the road is not always clear. But on the other way, if someone got the Gleichwertigkeit, he does not need to do the medical knowledge exam, USMLE, Australia, Canada. There is no way. You always need to do their exams, which are not easy exams. Concentrating about the details. Unfortunately, or maybe this is the reason why Germany is as developed as it is now. They concentrate a lot about details. So sometimes many doctors had this problem. My colleague and we have like the same certificates, the same syllabus, curriculum. They will tell me they told me and 10 of my colleagues, it's okay. One of our colleagues from the same batch, same papers, I told him, no, you will not get the Gleichwertigkeit or the equalness of your studies. Sometimes you ask an employee if you can register for the medical knowledge exam. You get an appointment in one month. Your colleague who applied at the same time will never get an answer or will get an appointment in 10 months. Unfortunately, this depends on the employee who's handling your application, but also, and this is very important, how complete and how good translated and authenticated your documents are. This is very, very important too. These are very important things too. Someone asked Abbas, is it necessary to settle in Germany after completing the residency? No, you can get the German board, get the German passport, and you are free then to move wherever you like. Delays without reasons. This is a thing about the application for approbation in Germany. Some doctors apply at the same time. Someone will get his approbation like in 6 months. Others will get it first in 2 years. And sometimes there are no reasons why there are delays. You need a lot of patience. It is not like the USMLE or Canada. You do the exams, you get your mark, you apply for the match. It is a little bit harder in Germany, but there are a lot of articles in Facharzt in our community explaining how to apply for a job, what is important to improve your CV, what to write in your application. Everything is explained for free. Studying a new language and not medicine, I told you how maybe interesting is it to learn a new language. It protects from dementia. But to someone who studies the USMLE or MCC, the exams of Canada or Australia, then they are studying medicine. So some people might think, why should I learn a new language? This needs at least 1 to 1.5 years. So instead of learning medicine, learning a new language. But on the other hand, as I said, if you want neurosurgery, what are your chances to get it in another developed country? Right, Jordanians, some countries, some universities like Jordanian universities, I don't know why, they mostly, in most cases or almost always, they need to do the medical language exam. They do not need this hard exam. But if they studied in Jordan, and anyone who studied in Jordan, for example, or anyone who studied in the European Union does not need this hard knowledge exam. So it depends not on your nationality, but on where you studied medicine. Here I wrote, why is it easy to learn German? This article will show you in 3 or 4 minutes why Germany is not as hard as some people want you to think. Inflation disadvantage in Germany. Unfortunately, the prices in the last years of houses, apartments, they rose drastically. But I think this is a problem in the whole world. But in Germany, unfortunately, the war in Ukraine, I hope this war ends. But humanity never learns. There are always new wars. The situation, inflation, the German economy right now is not doing a lot good. So I hope this will correct soon. Otherwise, economically speaking, the German economy, the European Union economy, I don't know how stable it will be in the next years. But as many of you are medical students, so maybe you have time to decide which country. I wish a lot of luck for humanity that these wars end. Cost of living in Germany. Germany is not an expensive country like Switzerland or Norway or New York. So you can Google that to get an idea about that. The article about costs of medical specialization in Germany will show you how much does it cost to do the specialization. I'm mentioning a few points about the cost of living per month. How much does it cost, for example, as a student to study in Georgia? How much money would you need for apartment and for living? How much? Can you write your experience? So I might tell you if Germany is more expensive or less. So how much you are paying for your apartment and for living? Please, if you are you have rich parents and you are spending a lot of money, do not write your statistics. Living expenses. Germany is like 700 to 800 euros. I think it again depends on your connections. If you know people in Germany, where you eat. So okay, in Germany, for example, I have myself apartment. I am renting rooms in them. The tenants are paying like 300 to 400 euros. So it depends on the city, of course. If you are like in Berlin or Hamburg or Munich, forget about it. So it depends on the place. So if you do not have a lot of money, you can choose small cities in Germany, small villages, and you will not pay a lot of money. So retirement age, disadvantage in Germany, it is currently 67 and it will be increased. In Switzerland, 65, 64. Generally, in European countries, the retirement age is increasing. Okay, Muhammad is spending $250 a month. But 250 multiplied by 12, Muhammad will get 3,000. So how did you get 8,000? Or maybe for the apartment? max to max, 300 to 500 US dollars. In Germany, before the inflation and the Ukrainian war, it was possible to live with like 400, 500 US dollars. But now I think you need, depends on, again, city, how you spend, you are spending money, but probably like 500, 600 to 800 or 1,000 euros. The most important thing deciding how much you are spending is the apartment or the room you are renting. Racism in Arabic groups, people are who want to come to Germany ask a lot about racism in Germany. I can. Which country in the world does not have racism? Which country in the world does not have racism? What is the name of this country? Who knows? We have. Which country does not have racism? And think about it, and I will answer the question of Tazeen. 10,000 euros as blocked account. In Fachars jetzt, there is an article called blocked bank account. In short, if you want to get a visa and come to Germany, you need to have a bank account with around 12,500 euros. The money is for you. Each month when you arrive in Germany, you can get 1/12 of this money, around 1,064 euros. So this is your money, but it is blocked. So you each month you are allowed to take 1/12 of this money. The idea of this bank account is that people coming to Germany, they can prove that they can support themselves. There are alternatives to that, like marrying a person with German citizenship. So you do not need to pay 12,000 euros. No one. Thank you very much. Many people said that. Bashar, Rabab, Marie says in UAE there is no racism. I was only 5 or 6 days in Dubai. I cannot judge, but 100% racism free. I think all of you will agree. No country has no racism. Even brothers, cousins, people from the same tribe or the same village, they will fight with each other. So racism is, I can assure you, it is like most countries in the world, or maybe, I don't know, even if it is more. I wrote here an example. One day a guy told me he wishes that a dog bite him in Germany. He wishes that a dog bites him in Germany. This is me in Jordan. In Jordan, I did not wish that a dog bites me. I was joking, and these dogs tried to attack me. In Germany, it's not a bad thing if a dog attacked you, maybe, because the possibility that the dogs have this disease, I forget its name, you get a compensation like 3,000, 4,000 euros, okay? So racism in Germany, if someone was racist against you, and I wrote here examples, you get a financial compensation, you get like, you can go to a judge or to a court and you will get your rights. So the government protects foreigners maybe more than Germans themselves. So racism, do not think about it. Bashar thinks that Germany is one of the most tolerant countries in the in Europe. So what do you think? Is Bashar correct? Write a comment. Another point, foreigners in Germany, European countries in general. If you travel in Europe, you will be amazed how many people are now on the streets are black people, Asian, Arabs. So Germany, at least 1/4 of the population. Germany has like 84 million people. At least 1/4 of the population have an origin from outside of Germany. So like foreigners are no longer a minority in Germany. So who will who is going to be a racist about you? If his father is from Turkey or his mother is from Poland, he will not tell you, oh, why are you here coming from India to our country? Rabab said, are not welcoming or cooperative towards foreigners. Again, if they need doctors, if you are a medical doctor, that would not be a problem, because generally doctors all over the world are respected, and you can, and this is the slide, you can get the respect of the nurses, of the people. It is your character. It is how you can prove yourself. Most of you maybe are still not working. You will find a hardship dealing with the nurses, because many people will tell you there is like worldwide there is the always the hidden conflict, nurses versus doctors. So new doctors will have difficulties dealing with the nurses, maybe not. So at the end, you can make people love you. Like in one hospital where I worked, I discovered hijazine as I started signing. This is a short signature. You should have a short signature when working in a German hospital. I discovered that you can make a heart from the J. So I started writing that. Read the article that I wrote in my Facebook profile. I will add the link to it. It's a funny story, maybe. Again, Germany disadvantage. In Jordan, as I said, I used to do research. I have like 345 citations to my publications in Jordan. I used to present research in conferences. And as I came to Germany, I discovered that research does not generate a lot of money. Actually, does not generate directly money. If you are a professor, then you will maybe invited to lectures. You will be a head of department. So after 15, 20 years, you will start generating money. So I started traveling. I love traveling. So this might be a disadvantage. European Union, you have a passport, or you have even if you, from the first day of working as a medical doctor, you can travel all over the European Union. So this might be the reason why you might not be learning, traveling, having a lot of money. Food in Germany, with all respect, it is not as delicious as maybe Indian food. The thing is, I don't know how is the system in Georgia, but in Germany, in most hospitals, you are not there to learn. You are there to do the job, to make shifts. And if you learn or not, as I said, the German board exams are not that hard. It is your own decision. There is only an exam after the end of your residency. I know, unfortunately, many doctors who are not learning, and they like in the few months before their German board, they are starting to learn. So this is a disadvantage. Recognition of the German board. There is a detailed article about that, but very quickly, as I said, Switzerland, after getting a German passport, you can move there. Australia, America, unfortunately, it is not recognized. UK, it is recognized. After getting a German board, you can move to the UK. You need to do this OTE exam, or occupational English test, OET. In the European Union countries, probably when you learn the language of that country, you will be able to practice there. The Arabic Gulf, UAE, many doctors wish to, or they have the dream to work in Dubai. It is recognized after working 3 years in Germany as a consultant, or 5 years as a specialist, then you need no exams to work to practice in the UAE. Saudi Arabia, unfortunately, it is not recognized. You need to do the prometric exam. There are many spammers in our groups of Fachas jetzt making ads for stolen exam questions for these exams for Oman, Saudi Arabia. Culture and customs, disadvantage, advantage maybe. This is a photo of me in Spain, Ibiza Island. It has the largest disco in Europe, party island. If you are on a beach in Europe, in many European countries, Spain, France, I do not want to zoom in, just joking, but maybe it will be a cultural shock. What are you going to be seeing on the beach? So I always say, my colleagues, the women, if you are married, do not go with your husband to a beach in Europe. Homosexuality, it is the topic. I don't know. In some countries of the world, homosexuality is still prohibited. In Germany, you are not allowed to say something bad about that. Children in the schools are taught about that. So I know that people of certain backgrounds, they do not accept such a thing. And I say always, if you are not if you are working in a hospital, this is a thing too. Your chef, your boss might be a homosexual. The head of the hospital may be a homosexual. some of your colleagues might be homosexuals, your patients. So if you are not going to accept people who are homosexuals, and you cannot hide such ideas or feelings, do not come to Germany. To talk badly about certain religions, cultures, this is not allowed, and it is too not allowed to talk bad about homosexuals or transgenders. Freedom means the freedom to make mistakes. Freedom means too that you accept others, like that you want others to accept you. This is the German view. So think about that. If you want to come to Germany, the colleague who asked, should I stay in Germany if my children were like grown up? Should I remain there? I know like some doctors who leave Germany after their children gets older. In Germany, marijuana is good legalized. I do not understand the law exactly, but in short, it would be legal to be smoking marijuana. The thing is, this I think actually this is an advantage. Nothing is impossible. Impossible just takes a bit longer. Dan Brown said that. Wrote that in his very beautiful novel Digital Fortress. Did anyone read it? So if you want to be a neurosurgeon, a surgeon, Germany, this is the most important advantage in Germany. Being today a speaker in your respectful society, surgical society, this is the most important thing about considering coming to Germany. Everything or nothing principle. Some people, I find this thing. Some people, some doctors are like 25 years of age and they want to get either neurosurgery or nothing, either dermatology or nothing. So the thing is, in Germany, it is not impossible to get these specialties. For some specialties, harder than the others. Simply learn German, get your approbation, get an experience in German, internal medicine, for example, if you want to be a radiologist, or in surgery, if you want to be a neurosurgeon, and after a few years, you can, or a few months, you can change the specialty. Connections are very important. Again. It is not important what you know, it is important who you know. If you knew a doctor in Germany, if you met him in a conference, if you did a training in his hospital and you proved yourself, then he will say, I want Rahab to work in my hospital. I want Helen to be a neurosurgeon in my hospital. Maria, Bashar, if you knew people in Germany, really, it is as easy as that. It is not corruption. To explain that there is an article about that in Fach Jetzt. It is about I forget if I posted about an article about that, or we'll be speaking about that later on. This is a colleague of mine. He's now a neurosurgeon in Germany, in one of the most famous university hospitals in Germany, probably in the world. He was first a surgeon for 1 year, and after 1 year he changed to a neurosurgery and then to this university hospital. So it is not impossible. The impossible just takes a little longer to improve your CV, to get your dream specialty, to get quickly a job. Some of you, as I had myself, financial difficulties, I needed to find a job as quick as possible. Read this article to know what the German hospitals want in their candidates. Some people think, and this is the most common conception, if you did research, your chances are high to get a specialty in Germany. No. Number one is how good you speak German. Number two, criteria to get a job or to quickly get a job. Number one is how good you speak German. Number two is how good you speak German. And number three is how good you speak German. Learn German. This is the most important criterion. If you publish 10 researches on PubMed and you cannot speak good German, they do not need you and need your research. Plus, research is, I'm sorry to say that, but almost only important in university hospitals, around 40. In Germany, more than 1,900 hospitals. So do the things that are interesting for the 1,850 plus hospitals. Read this article. It shows you the high yield things that you can do to improve your chances to work for them. Thank you, Bashar, for this nice citat. or quotation in German. Bashar, it seems that he started learning German. So it is not what important what you know, it is important how you know. Through our community, it is the largest online interactive community for doctors in Germany. It is for free. We have groups on Facebook, on Telegram. You get to know new people. If you are interacting in one group, answering questions, posting questions, people will, you will start learning, connecting with doctors in Germany. These are our groups on Telegram, more than, or there are 64 groups. If you want to do neurosurgery, join the neurosurgery group. Internal medicine, join that group. Start maybe posting MCQs, start posting information. This is how you get to know doctors in Germany. This is how you know about coming conferences in Germany. This is how you can go get a training in Germany. Please do connections. This is not only important for the training or for getting a job. Almost always, Germany, I think in most countries of the world, connections are very important. Do not let them deceive you and think your marks are important. They are not. They are not as important as connections, as your German language, as how your character. Yeah, we'll know about the visa procedures, because some might believe this event because they think now Germany is not for them. We'll talk about at the end about all of the steps and visa procedures. How connections are useful, it is mentioned here. This is you should always read advantages and disadvantages. This guy, a colleague of mine, he did his PhD in neurology in Germany. He is now doing YouTube, doing research, artificial intelligence, and he has like a negative, some negative ideas about Germany. You can watch this, his follow his channel. The link is here. This is the main group of Fach If you have any questions after this lecture, if Maria allows me to make this small ad, you can come inside of our group, ask whatever questions you like. If you want the presentation of this lecture, you can write me on our page, Fach on Facebook. Through this link, you can join for free all of the groups of Fach Start connecting now. If you have one lecture cannot explain everything, so you can see the through these different groups. You have ask whatever you like. For example, neurosurgery, what I'm going to learn there, or should I do? Can you tell me appointments for coming conferences? Everything through Fach connections. Through connections, we make each other stronger, and that was it. The lecture is not ended. I'm happy to remain there with you to 8 p.m. And maybe the colleague Maria wants to say something.
Yes, Doctor, I just wanted to mention that we have to finish by 7:30, if that's okay for you.
That mean in like 40 minutes?
No, in about an hour and 20 minutes.
I have time. I have time.
Okay for you? Because I was just informed like a few minutes ago, that's why. So sorry about it.
No problem. I'm happy to remain here and answer your questions. I always say many people write me private questions. I say please ask in the group so that all people profit from that. I'm happy to do that.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, so would you like to tell me the questions, or should I simply read what is posted in the in the chat? I'll read. Okay.
Okay, Professor, as you.
Sure. Okay. I'm not a professor. I'm simply a doctor. As I said in this lecture,
yeah,
I chose.
I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad, Doctor. Sorry.
Maria, did you listen to the lecture?
Yes, I did. I was right here. I was listening to everything.
Okay. Okay. So I know the stress of being an organizer. So just joking. Good. I will start with the questions, and I will be using the website of Fach because all of the questions, I think, or at least most of them, are answered in the website. Okay, facharsjetz.de, and I will show you the place of the articles. Okay, at the end of the website, you can there is a search function, and you can search then for the articles you like. Good. Okay. The first question that was asked, and this is the most important question, the thing about the recognition of the Georgian degree for Indian Pakistani doctors. This is a very, very, very important question. The colleague mentioned an Indian doctor who has a YouTube channel. Can you please post the link to this to the channel of this doctor? That would be nice. He said that the colleague is saying that it is not recognized. I hope not, because this is a catastrophe. Because if this is the situation, then actually you cannot. As I said, the most important question: is my degree recognized or not? So if the case is no, so I don't know. But someone asked here, do you know Georgian doctors who are working in Germany? Yes, actually, like 20 meters. If we draw a line 20 meters from here, there is a Georgian doctor who's my neighbor. I asked him if he could come today and talk a little bit about his experience. But yeah, some people are afraid of going online, and maybe he does not want to get many private questions. Unfortunately, he did not accept to come. But he is from Georgia. He is Georgian. He did 5 years of medical studies in Georgia, 1 internship here, and then he is now in Bavaria. He applied for medical for this medical language exam, and he got a temporary license. And then I will show you the steps. Maybe, as I said, medical. Go to Google medical residency Germany. Then you will find my the website of Facharsjetz, and then you will find this is step number 8. Do the medical language exam. So he did that, and after that he started working with a temporary medical license, and in a few months he will be doing like his permanent medical knowledge exam, this one here, and then he can start working. He will be have the freedom to work anywhere in Germany. And this is important. If you are working with a temporary license in 15 out of 16 medical states, you will get a normal salary, just like someone like me with a probation. Like you see here, like the step number 7, there are like many questions that could be asked, like Gleichwertigkeit, gleich, this equivalence thing. I explained it here. If I applied for the Gleichwertigkeit, can I work? Everything is explained. Step language. Can I apply online, for example? No. Can I apply simultaneously to many authorities? No. Everything is explained. Okay. So the thing is with India and Germany, the guy, I hope he publishes his channel. I'm not 100% sure, and I do not want you to build castle in the air, like they say. I know doctors who studied in Georgia and are now in Germany. Internship is a must. This is step number. So step number 1 is finish medical school. Step number 2, learn German. Step number 3, finish the internship here. So finishing the internship here is a must to work in Germany. The thing is, some authorities make it complicated, and they say if you are Indian and you studied in Georgia, you need to do the internship here in Georgia or 2 in India. I'm not sure about that, but that Georgian graduates are not allowed to work in Germany if they are non-Georgian. I'm not sure about this information, but at the same time, I do not want to confirm that, because as one comment mentioned, this guy is saying that you are not allowed to do that. I'm not sure about that. But the internship here, the summary, it is a must. So Rabab said Georgian doctors working there have a Georgian citizenship, so go through this year. So if you are a foreigner studying in Georgia, you are not allowed to do an internship here. Is this the situation? So a medical license is a must. If someone gets wants to work in Germany, before that he needs to get the medical license from either from the country where he studied in or his home country. This is explained in step number 4. Unfortunately, like Ukrainian graduates, Chinese graduates, sometimes some German authorities say, no, you need to have the license from Ukraine or from China. But to get it, you need to do exams in Ukrainian language or to do this in Chinese. This is unfortunately a problem. So maybe, as I told you, the most important advantage for coming to Germany for you now from Georgia is getting medical surgical specialties, but the disadvantage, and this needs to be researched into it. The thing is of if the Georgian if none Georgians are recognized here in Germany. I'm so sorry, I cannot give you a definite answer. I explained this in my lecture. There are like sometimes different experiences. I get a recognition. My colleague with the same papers that he does not get a recognition. I get a good recognition in this state. If I want another one, I do not get a good recognition. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you 100%. Okay, in welcher Stadt arbeiten Sie? Ich arbeite in this German state of Bavaria. Someone asked, Gidyar, Bashar, the easiness of process of specialization in Germany depends on where you studied medicine. Okay, if you studied in the European Union, then you need only to do the medical language exam. So if you study, again, foreign doctors coming to Germany, all of them need to do the medical language exam. This is like Oski, I said. If he or she studied in the European Union, he does not need to further exams, need to do only the medical language exam. Or you say, I want my curriculum syllabus to be studied, and if you get it recognized, which is almost impossible for some countries like India, Pakistan, I'm sorry for that, then he needs to do this medical knowledge exam. So it depends on where you studied medicine. I understand why Bashar might be now saying it depends where you are from. Again, because like the case of an Indian doctor studying in Georgia, internship here. So if he did not do an internship here, he does not have a medical license, he cannot come to Germany. So this is an important point too. Babu asks, can Indian students with Georgian degree work in Germany? As I said, I don't know if this is now not more possible. Unfortunately, you cannot get 100% answer. It is not like in the USA, ESFMG, this authority. There is no central authority in Germany. There are 16 authorities, and each one of them has different laws. And LIDAR, unfortunately, they cannot answer such a question. You cannot simply call them and say, I'm in Georgia, I'm Indian. If you search in our main group, in other groups, ask in our main group, ask in Telegram what the doctors have to say. Unfortunately, even if you found answers, you will not find someone who is going to tell you this is 100% sure that your degree would get recognized. Jordanian with a Georgian medical degree, I'm not sure about that. Again, I don't think so, but please ask a lot about that. Ukrainian, for example, Jordanian doctors who studied in the Ukraine, I know hundreds of them who are now working in Germany, or tens of them. But a few days ago, some German expert who's always posting things on Facebook, he said it is no longer accepted. I don't know. I have many close friends, best friends who studied in Ukraine, did their internship here in Jordan, got their medical license in Jordan, and are now working in Germany. Can we do internship in Germany? This is a very good question. No. There is an article about that internship year, and the all details about that. You can do like 1 or 2 months, 4 months in Germany if your home country accepted that. Okay, internship here. This article. So Sumaya asks, is it true that only certain Georgian universities have their internship here recognized? Very good question. I don't know. My Georgian colleague and my neighbor from 20 meters, he told me that in some German states, his degree, I don't know if he was speaking generally about Georgia, it will not get recognized, and one needs to study 2 years of medicine in Georgia. But in Bavaria, if you are Georgian studying in Georgia, he told me that he can get this temporary medical license and then start working. Rabab is asking, I'm not sure about foreigner studies in Georgia. I'm not too, Rabab. By the way, there is rabarbara. This is a famous plant and drink in Germany. Rabarbara. It's a good one. Tazeen Kadiri. An internship is needed to be done from where you studied, Georgia. So the rule is, do your internship here in your home country or in the country where you studied medicine, and get a medical license. This works for like 95% of the countries. But again, unfortunately, the German authorities are making it hard for Chinese graduates, Ukrainian graduates, and probably it seems like the comment, because the colleague who wrote something, she was citing an Indian doctor. Please post the link to his canal. The thing, I do not know the exact name of his canal. We will find it together. So Deepak Germany, probably I will find his channel. Probably the video about Georgia is in this channel. Deepak. Here. This guy. He's German. He's Indian, working in Germany.
Required documents to apply.
And he's the most famous foreign doctor in Germany in English. He has 17,000 followers on YouTube. You should follow his channel. He has a lot of interesting information. And I'm saying that not only because he hosted me, but really he has a lot of interesting information to say. And this is everything mentioned in videos. Good. Hilmi is saying, does Egyptians have any problems when applying? Again, I think this would be the problem for foreigners studying medicine in Georgia and then coming to Germany. Georgia medical license, you do that. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Bashar, for explaining the situation. Yeah. So if anyone wants to come to Germany, this is the question that you need to answer. Is my medical degree recognized when I do the internship here and get a medical license in my home country? Because it seems it's impossible to get that in Georgia. So ask about that. I'm sorry, it is a very complicated topic. I cannot research that. And again, there is no certain authority to ask. There are like tens of experiences. I cannot answer that. Level of German, who's asked this question. Sankt, which level of German is needed to pass this exam? It is at least C1 to be sure that you pass this exam C1. But to apply for the approbation is B2, or to apply for the visa B2. Deepak Mishra. Okay, Tazeen wrote that. I will post the link in the chat. And this is the most important maybe article in Fachars Jetzt. This is the steps article. And there is another interesting, or by the way, if you want to join our groups and connect with doctors, ask this question about Georgia, I will post the link here. This is a link to groups on Telegram. You can ask that. Maybe today is the best day to ask that. If many of you entered into the group and asked the question or said, I want please to know the answer, I want please to know the answer. So if you all ask today, maybe you will reach more an answer. As someone who studied German, would you say it is possible that you can study German alone, but the thing is, German languages generally you should interact, and the thing is, it is there is a term for that, Hebel effect in German. It is like if you are a farmer, you can say I will do everything without machines. But if you use a machine, you will be like doing plowing or sewing thousands of square meters a day instead of doing it alone. If you are using people with you in your restaurant, you will be achieving more. So you can learn alone. There is, if you go to Fachasiets, you can search for the article learning German. There are many sources online to do that. It is not impossible, but it will take you probably more time to do that. Bashar asking, I've heard about a possible solution is after you finish your undergraduate, if you're medical school, you're applying. Yes, my Georgian friend is he said it is possible that some doctors do that. So you will do 2 years of medical school in Germany and then 1 year of internship. But this is in total 3 years. This is not a short period. You will not be getting a salary, but you might get do a mini job. You can work and get money. So it's unfortunately an unfortunate thing with the recognition thing. So, and this is a thing that the Ukrainian graduates are having now. Ukrainian graduates without an internship year, they have the same problem. One of the solutions, I wrote this in this article, apply to study medicine again in a German medical university. So if someone studied in Georgia and he cannot do an internship here in Georgia or in his home country, this might be a route to come to Germany. Like Ukrainian graduates without an internship here, they can study 2 years of medicine in Germany, do an internship here. But this is, of course, an unfortunate thing. But it is, if you want neurosurgery and you have connections in Germany or you have friends, a spouse, this is not maybe a bad idea. And as an alternative, this is good that I opened this article. You can apply for residency in Austria. Austria does not require an internship here. This is the case for Ukrainian graduates. I think it is the same thing for Georgian graduates, but please research the topic. I'm not an expert on the topic of Austria, but Austria does not require an internship here like Germany requires. And this is why it is a route for those who studied in Ukraine and cannot do a medical residency or an internship here in Ukraine. I posted the link to the article about Ukraine in the chat. Helen asks, Goethe is recognized by most cities, but OSD not. What I know, it is recognized from all of medical license authorities. Again, there are like 16 medical license authorities. I did not go to each website of them. I cannot tell you, but I think it is recognized. If you are afraid, simply do Goethe. It is not the other exam is not easier. And Goethe, it is a famous institute. It is like the British Council. So if you said you learned in Goethe, some people might think, oh, he probably speaks good German. So to get your certificate from Goethe Institute is not a bad thing. There is German license authorities, approbation authorities. There are like 16 of them. I posted links to all of them here in this article. Search simply for the approbation authorities, and then you will find links to all of them, and find the conditions required from each authority. Can you apply for a permanent residence in Germany after working there for a certain period? Yes, you will. After working for 21 months in Germany in full time, you will get a permanent residency in in the European Union, not only Germany. And this thing is explained in details in this article, the skilled immigration law. So after working for 21 months, you will get a permanent residency in Germany and the European Union. This means that you are allowed lifelong to come back to Germany, and you are, even if you lost your job, on God's will, and hopefully not the situation, you can remain in Germany and lifelong. What documents do I need to have to apply for the visa application? There is an article about that. Step number 6, you can reach that article, or simply search for visa and you will find this article. Unfortunately, I did not translate from Arabic, but if you switch to Arabic, I will try to translate the article, but the thing is, at the end, you will find the required papers in the website of the German embassy. But I will post a link to the Arabic article in this one. Instead of coming soon, you will find a link to the Arabic article, and then you can use Google Translate to translate the article. Google Translate is doing a great job in translating. Visa article. Okay, but I think I wrote this article. No, unfortunately, it is not translated. Okay, I will correct that. I thought that, as I read your question, I thought that you are asking what required documents are required from us. There is a whole article about that. This is a complicated thing. Documents, or search for documents in our website, and you will find the required documents to apply for the approbation. There is a table mentioning everything: curriculum, syllabus, university mark, certificate, completion of the internship year, permanent medical license, German language certificate, at least B2, police clearance certificate. And if you click on any of these links, you will find more information about this. For example, here the question about the Language Institute. Can I apply without a B2 language certificate for the approbation? Everything is explained. There are no more questions in the chat, so I don't know if someone wants to ask a question by talking.
In welcher Stadt genau arbeiten Sie? Einfach nur aus Interesse.
Warum, wenn ich fragen darf?
Weil ich ja auch in Deutschland arbeiten will und ich habe 2 Ziele. Entweder nahe München oder nahe Bayreuth oder nahe...
Can you please speak in German so that other...
In English, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like I want to work in Germany because I'm living in Germany technically. I'm only studying here. But like the primary residency would be like Hamburg, Berlin, but only Berlin if for neurosurgery, or Munich, or in the near like of my home city. That's why. So I know like some doctors like you, so maybe I can like write them a resume like.
Okay.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, I'm a neurologist and I'm no longer working in a hospital, but you can add me on Facebook. I'm happy for new connections. And you said you want to do neurosurgery in Berlin?
Yeah, with Dr. Vakuzzi, because like I read an article about him, like a lot of documentation that he's like one of the top 5 in the world when it comes to neurosurgery.
Okay. And do you think it is easy to get a job in this hospital with him?
Nope. That's why like my second option would be like Hausarzt, what's in English? Family doctor?
Family doctor.
Yeah, family doctor, like my mom, for example. That's like option number 2.
Okay, very interesting. Good luck. Does anyone have a question too? Okay. Either they understood everything or they do not want to come any longer to Germany. Okay. Maybe Maria, do you want to say something?
No, I don't particularly have a question from my side. Then I think everything is discussed. Do you guys have any extra questions that you want to like put in the chat box or talk about?
The thing is, Indian doctor with Georgian degree, I will post the link to the main group of Fach Assets on Telegram. Maybe if there are a few doctors here from India, you can go inside. And I do not think it is a problem only of Indian doctors. Non-Georgian studying in Georgia, you can all go to the group and ask, like, if 8 or 9 people ask the question, many doctors might be interested to answer it. This is the hot group with almost 4,000 members on Telegram. So you can ask there. Hopefully, people will answer this question. Sanket, the Indian doctor with Georgian degree, I do not know personally someone. Other than pay, what are your reasons not to go for psychiatry? There is a video of me with an Indian colleague of me. In the video, we discussed psychiatry in Germany. Simply search in Facharzt jetzt for psychiatry, and you will find this article doing psychiatry residence in Germany, hands-on experience, and this is our video. And we explain many things about psychiatry residency in Germany. In short, why I did not continue doing psychiatry. Language is not a barrier. The thing is, it is paying in comparison with other specialties is not that good. The thing is, I did not find it good. There are a lot of patients with dependence, like drugs, alcohol. You simply cannot help them, or you have few chances to help them. There are no medications against that. The thing is, sometimes it is dangerous to work in psychiatry during the night shifts. Some people are aggressive. Some people with psychosis might be attacking you. The fourth thing, the medications in psychiatry are not very important. In Germany, they concentrate more about psychotherapy. For you, this might be an advantage. So there are like not a lot of medications, not a lot of medicine. You do a lot of medicine. You feel yourself more than like you are a social worker or a psychologist. On the other way, it is if you did not learn a lot of medicine, if you hate learning, it is an easy specialty. There is not a lot to learn. Medications, you do not need to know a lot of anatomy, physiology, like antidepressants that are used commonly are around 10. So you need only to learn about these 10 antidepressants, about 4 or 5 antipsychotics, and that was it. In total, maybe there are like 30 or 40 commonly used medications in the psychiatry. To compare with that, for blood pressure alone, you will have like 40 medications. For multiple sclerosis alone, at least 70 medications. There are advantages, disadvantages. It is not physically demanding, the specialty. On the other way around, it is like psychologically demanding. In the interview, you will find the details. So Rabab is asking, I have already started the language, but the fact now Indian doctor from Jordan made a question. Thank you for your guidance. Yeah, unfortunately, I knew that that would be one of the one of the weaknesses in this lecture. I'm so sorry. No lecturer can tell you this information. If someone finds the answer, please post it in Facharzt jetzt. I will be writing an article about that. Unfortunately, I don't think it is easy to find an answer. As I said, search, and maybe people interested to coming to Germany, join our main group on Telegram, on Facebook. If I reach more information, we'll be posting that. So we'll be researching the topic together. Nihal, thank you very much for your nice words, Nihal. Hilmi, Gadjar comes aus Deutschland. Gadjar, someone wants to know if you are from Germany.
I was born in Kazakhstan, but I lived my whole life since I'm 3 years old in Germany. So yeah.
Should he say also if he's single or not? Okay, no, just joking. Sanket saying thank you, doctor. Thank you very much. I was happy to be here today. And someone has a question too, or Maria is patient. Maria is not in a rush to end this session, so you ask it now rather than later. Okay, the guy who organized this lecture with me, thank you again. He did not speak. Maybe he's shy. Okay. Okay. Good. Colleagues, again, if you want to take something from this lecture, please make connections. Read a lot. Advantages, disadvantages about Germany, about USA, about specialties, and then you can hopefully make the correct decision. It is not easy. I changed 4 specialties here in Germany, 3 specialties. I changed 6 hospitals during my residency because I could not decide if I want to do a certain specialty in a certain hospital, do research, not do research, concentrate on money or on research, work in a hospital or in a praxis clinic. There are like many chances today to learn. Take advantage of them, because when you start working in Germany, in the USA, your time is gold, really. If in Germany, if I decided now to go and work, I get at least like 40 or 50 hours per hour. So if you are in Germany, if you start working in Germany, USA, you will be asking yourself, should I go with this friend of me to watch a movie, or should I rather go watch a conference, or should I go rather do a medical a night shift? So now, as medical students, you have a lot of time. Please research what are you going to do, not only in your residency, again, 67, plan even for after your retirement. Another question came from Bashar. Plan is USMLE. Again, you need to study the basic sciences again. Plan, I don't know how hard is it. Disadvantages about the UK. Firstly, you need to do 2 years as foundation years. So there are 2 lost years doing a specialty that doing general medicine. I don't know how easy is it to get all specialties, and the financial situation in Britain is bad, or not good at least, and I think it is getting worse. So these are things to consider. But UK degree it is in English. You are not learning a new language. It is more respectful in Gulf countries. So it's an idea. PLAB, to study PLAB is not a bad idea. Okay, Muskan, thank you very much. Doctor, is the other possible to share your social media and chat? Of course, Gedjar. Gedjar already know my name, right? Great, Gedjar. What you know also about me, Gedjar? The thing is, again, you can add me on Facebook. I have nothing against that, but please do not send me a private message. If you want, you can send me a private message, but post your question in the group on Telegram or on Facebook, so that everyone can profit. So, a colleague asked now, for example, about psychiatry. If I said my opinion, if someone else read the answer, he might say, no, Jimmy, Jamil, Hijazin, this point is not correct. I think it is not that dangerous to work as a psychiatrist. So no one has the complete truth. I am not a prophet for a certain religion, claiming that my religion is the only correct one. Please question everything you hear from me, from more people, from many people, because at the end, as I said, Germany, the route is sometimes, or the road is not always clear. This is the main group. If you want to ask a question, you are happy to do that. Post it in the group here or on Telegram, and then send me the link, and then I can answer the question, okay? And we will discuss it all together. Okay. Again, if you want to stay in connection with me, I'm always following the groups, Facebook, and on Facebook and Telegram. If you need any questions, you can add me on Facebook. I have nothing against that, but please, again, we learn together better. Some questions that are sent to me are always the same. I don't know how some doctors think. Some even he does not write his name. Some you will see on Telegram, RG21. Hello, he sends me a message on Telegram. RG21. Hello. He does not write who he is, or how did he find me. Hello, sir, I want to come to Germany. Please help me. How? So I'm sorry. Even if you are my girlfriend, I will not tell you the whole road. It is very complicated. Should I do a private lecture for you on how to do it in Germany? And the website has more than 200 articles. I cannot summarize them in one message. So please, I like connections, and I like connecting with people. You can add me. And here, not that you think that I do not like to be friends with you like some German people. Here, you can. I will send you my Facebook. You can add me, but please, again, if it's about medical residency, post the link in the groups, and then send me the message if I did not see the question and answered it. Okay, you will get the link to my Facebook here. Okay. Already, Gidjar knows everything. Good. Gidjar, I like you. You posted the link to my contact information. Good. Thank you, Gidjar. You did your homework. I hope that you are not a hacker too. Good. What else? Do you still have questions other than my Instagram?
I think the questions are discussed, Doctor. I think no one has more questions anymore.
Okay, good.
So I think we can close the webinar for today. But before closing with this webinar, I want to gather all of your attention to brace yourselves for a thrilling surprise announcement coming your way now by our respected President, Nitya Vinod. Vice President.
Yes. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Doctor. It was a very, very interactive and wonderful session with you today. We're so honored to have you. And we hope to connect with you in the future as well. So today I'm here to announce a very, very amazing opportunity coming our way. If you have already attended our webinars before, you guys know the drill. But today, if you are here for the first time, I'm so glad to announce this collaboration that we have with IGCR. Most of you might be familiar with it. It's the International Journal of Clinical Research. Last year, we brought in our event, which is Surgicon 2023, which was our flagship event in collaboration with them in SEU with a footfall of over 1,000 students. So this year, IGCR is doing a global summit of conferences, and it's happening in 5 countries. It's starting from Lebanon, Ecuador, Brazil, India, and finally the grand finale happening here in Georgia. And SSSG is honored to be collaborating with them to bring that grand finale here to life. And we're opening up the registrations for the application for the conference team right now, and we will send the link here in the chat box. And that's something that if that interests you, please check it out. And it's going to be an amazing opportunity for any medical student with regards to that. So that's all from my side. Thank you, Doctor, once again, and thank you all.
So with that being said, I think we can actually draw the webinar to close. I first of all want to thank the doctor. Thank you so much for your amazing information and the knowledge you shared with us today on the platform. And ladies and gentlemen, as we draw this webinar to close, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for your active participation and engagement throughout our webinar. Your participation and engagement has made this webinar truly remarkable. I'm immensely grateful for all the insightful questions and the unwavering support throughout. I would just like to remind you again, please, to fill in the feedback forms to receive your certificates. I encourage you all to stay resilient, open-minded, and proactive in pursuing your dreams and going to Germany. As we bid farewell, I want to extend my best wishes to each one of you on your journey to Germany. May your endeavors be met with success, fulfillment, and meaningful experiences. Once again, thank you for being a part of today's webinar, and I look forward to have all of you on board to our future ventures. Let's stay connected and keep growing this wonderful society. Thank you very much. And thank you, Doctor, once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would, again, request, please, everyone stay back to fill in the feedback forms.
One suggestion, Maria. If you like, I can send you the presentation as a PDF file, and then you can send it with the certificates, if you like.
Sure, Doctor, you can.
Okay. Maybe, or I will send it to the colleague who contacted me, and he can send you the file, okay? Because I do not have any contact information of you.
Yes, Doctor, you can do that.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you very much for hosting me. It is such a very young people I see here in this society. It's a nice thing, and you are doing a great thing. Connections are very important. Write this in UCV. The Germans like people who are doing such things like the societies. It is a good thing. It shows a good character. It shows people who are able to interact with a large number of people. So this is maybe indirectly the money that you get paid for doing such a thing voluntarily.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Goodbye.